Welcome. I'm Kinetic Symphony. I hunt down and report on mysterious and weird true stories, from glitches to the paranormal. Case file number 108, written by Lokendens. A new puppy and a leash defying physics. So this happened about 4 years ago. My family got a new pet dog, Chloe, and she was just a puppy. So it was normal for her to be curious and play around with different things she found. One evening, my family went to the cinema, and I stayed home to work with my computer on a project. I was listening to something on YouTube whilst working, and kept hearing Chloe playing with her leash, as she would usually do. Her bed is about 5 meters in front of my room, about halfway through the corridor. I could hear the jingling of the leash even though the door to my room was closed. I told her to stop a few times, from inside my room, and she did, but in a few minutes it would start again. After a while, it made me lose focus a little. I decided to go and take away the leash and give her a different, more quiet toy. I stood up, still hearing the leash jingling on the floor, opened the door, and saw Chloe laying curled up in her bed like she was trying to sleep. I then looked into the middle of the dark corridor and saw the leash half on the ground and half in the air. From the moment I opened the door, it was already falling to the ground, so when I took my gaze off my dog and was able to focus on the leash, it was already hitting the floor. I panicked a bit, didn't know what I just saw and what to do. I closed the door, barricaded myself inside, moving my wardrobe in front of the door, walked to my computer and watched some things on YouTube to have my mind occupied on something else. When my family came back, they immediately saw that I was very pale. I told them the story, and interestingly, no one even questioned the reality of it. To this day, I have no idea what I saw. Nothing similar has ever happened in our house. Every time I think back to the situation, I get creeped out a lot. Case notes, file number 108. So it certainly could be a ghost. We know they're able to interact with physical matter, at least to some extent. And while ghosts do typically seem to be attached to places or objects, I don't see why that couldn't apply to a loved one too, such as an adopted puppy. Though I do wonder if this puppy had a previous owner. If not, then it's probably not a ghost. Perhaps instead it was some sort of localized time anomaly, such as those that lock people out of phase with reality. A part of the leash might have been caught in this and the other part wasn't. For a brief moment, they would be out of sync, one falling and one already having fallen. Did you notice anything else odd happening in the past 4 years? The author briefly responded to my question, saying, I didn't see anything odd, and our puppy did not have a previous owner. Case file number 109, written by Meiftie. Inexplicably, her daughter vanished. Hey, so this just happened, and I've had an eerie and weird feeling that something is not right. First, let me explain the placement of my house. When you come in, there's a little hall, and in front of you, the bathroom. Then you go left, and you have a small kitchen, then a door. Then it's my bedroom, but it's so big I turned it into a living room, and right next to my bedroom is my daughter's bedroom. Everything is an L shape. I, 24 years, live alone with my daughter, 2 years old, and our 2 pet bunnies. So I had lunch with my daughter, and it started getting cold and dark, so we went to my bedroom and closed the door to the kitchen. She always plays in my bedroom and her bedroom that are directly connected. I was reading some Reddit stories whilst listening to her making her usual noises, talking to herself, singing, asking me something, moving toys around, and the basic children noises. Suddenly the house goes completely silent, and after a few seconds I think that maybe she's being mischievous and doing something she isn't supposed to, like all kids do, so I go check on her since I didn't see her from where I was laying. Let me make it clear that there is no way for her to go outside without opening the creaky door to the kitchen that is right in front of me, and she never tried to do so since the lights in the kitchen are off and she's scared of the dark. So I look everywhere in her bedroom and start calling her name. Nothing. Check her closet, nothing. Under the bed, in her little play tent, in her toy chest, under my bed, the sofa, my desk, everywhere. Nothing. She's nowhere to be seen. Let's mention that she's never tried to hide and stuff like that. She comes when she's called, so I started to freak out. I knew I didn't hear her leave my bedroom to the kitchen, but I checked anyways. Nothing. The bathroom, empty. Now I'm starting to panic. I go inside and check everything over, and while I'm in her bedroom, I hear crying from outside and look through my daughter's window to see her outside laying on the ground only wearing a t-shirt. Not the t-shirt she was previously wearing, but one of the t-shirts she does have. I ran outside almost falling over, but when I opened the door, silence. She wasn't there. There was no crying, just silence again. I go outside and check everything and can't find her or any trace of her being there. Defeated, I go back upstairs ready to call 911 when I go to my bedroom and see her calmly playing with some blocks in her bedroom. She was wearing her clothes as if she never disappeared. The t-shirt I saw her wearing outside was in her wardrobe, neatly folded. I'm still in shock and sitting staring at my daughter, feeling that if I blink, she might disappear again. Case notes, file number 109. I don't personally have kids, so I really can't empathize directly with the panic you must have felt, but I can try to imagine it, and it's not something pleasant. This glitch reminds me of so many others. There was one where his girlfriend vanished from a bathroom he saw her enter, and no windows inside. Then she appeared outside a few minutes later. There are other glitches where everything goes quiet and the world is empty, no people at all. Perhaps this is what happened to you. You temporarily entered into a dead universe or server. It really is wild, and I have no idea what triggers that to happen. At least for you, it didn't last long, if that's indeed what happened. Sometimes it can last for hours. Although given your daughter was there, but wearing something different, perhaps it was just a temporary crossover into a different universe, and not a dead one completely. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and head on to my channel to watch even more stories.